Good evening. Welcome. I'm really happy to begin the journey home with you in worship. When Moses first told the people of how God had appeared to him in the middle of pain and thorns as the light who saw and heard, and the one who knew his people, they bowed down and worshiped. It changed something on the inside of them. And that inward change manifests during the plagues as terrible things were unfolding outwardly. Those who were living with the sense of God in the midst were not affected in the same way. And the plague before the final one, the 9th plague, was one of darkness that was so thick it was felt. And my translation says that people couldn't even go from one place to another, walk about and see each other, but the word actually is they couldn't rise. They could not get up because of how thick and felt and heavy that darkness was. But for those living in the place of Goshen, of nearness, those who were born of God, they had light in their dwellings. And it's interesting because there are many words to describe a home or a house. But the word that's used there for where the light was is in the place where they remain. It's not actually house or a structure or a tabernacle. It's in the place where they sat, in the place where they remain. There was light. So the circumstance not having changed, everyone else experiencing this heavy, oppressive darkness where they couldn't even get up, there is a light. And this evening, in honor of what would have been my mom's 77th birthday, I wanted to share with you a song that she sang when she and I both had COVID. It was just so debilitating when we got it. I remember sitting on the floor of her room because I just couldn't even, I don't feel like I could have made it to a chair if there was one, and I was leaning against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. And my mom was not only suffering from COVID, but had been enduring chemo for almost a year before that and was absolutely not able to lift her head off of the mattress. And she began to sing. She began to sing this song. You are here, moving in the midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. I will take that memory with me into eternity. And it was such a painful time, but it was so precious and sweet because we were in it together and God was with us. We experienced him in the midst. And so I want to bless you with this song as we start our journey and remind you that being a believer does not exempt you from suffering or trial or tribulation. But when you have a sense of God with you in it, it changes your experience of it. It redeems it in such a way where many others will come to believe as well that God is not only real, but that he's present and personal and with us and living with us where we are, that he's not far off and distant and for a one-day transactional getting into heaven thing, but the gospel is that God has come and wants to make his home with us, that we can live with him now before we leave Egypt, before we leave this earth. We can experience life with him now. We can experience a measure of heaven on earth where we sit before we rise. So be blessed, be loved through this precious song that I sing in fellowship with my mom, who's now singing in heavenly places where he is also moving in the midst. But how blessed are we that we can sing it now here before we rise, in remembrance of those of us who've gone before, and the remembrance of our history, of how God has met our ancestors, those who are the forefathers of the faith for us, and how he's meeting us today. There's an echo on the earth as it is in heaven, that he is with us, touching every heart. May yours feel the fire of his love burning. May you have a sense of the light shining in darkness this evening that shines and is not overcome by the darkness. In Jesus' name. worship.